Hey guys, so here's my third actual deck for Duskmourn Standard, and I just wanted to say about my Arabella video, I'm so sorry about the audio. It was just like cranked all the way up because I reset my PC, and I was really sad about that because that was like my first really good deck of the new standard set, and it was almost unwatchable, at least like from a auditorial perspective. But this deck, you've probably seen Insidious Roots and all of this stuff, but we got some really good new pieces from Duskmourn, and like one of which is the Stormweaver. This card's really good, man. It does put a lot of bodies, puts three bodies on the field, two of which are flying, and you can buff them pretty easily. Delirium 4 really isn't too hard, so this is sort of like a Delirium 4 deck. Um, and them getting Death Touch is also pretty serious. It's something that I like almost forget about sometimes, but like that's really good. They can't really, the Sholdrids or whatever's are not going to be able to swing into you. You're just going to have like really good trades, and yeah, they can remove it, but like we are playing some like Graveyard Recursion. But let's go over some other good pieces. Like Brood Spinner is actually really nice, man. So we're like creating a bunch of insect creature tokens, all of which are flying. This guy can anthem them. And the thing is, like, these are all tokens that we're creating here too, right? So Insidious Roots, all of your tokens can tap for mana. So you can like all of a sudden do like some really big plays out of nowhere. And the plants will get huge in general. We did get a new plant, by the way, that's actually really strong. So Omnivorous Flytrap. Sorry, I'm really tired right now. I didn't actually sleep, but this card is like really nice because we're having these plants that are like really large, and if you do get to Delirium 6 there, you can like double the number of counters on those creatures, which is like really good. But this like 2/4 body is nice because it allows you to swing without like worrying about dying most of the time. And it's just cool. Look at this guy, right? So this guy gets counters from Insidious Roots. Sorry. And Bristlebud Farmer here like is also a plant. So this guy has trample, and like all of a sudden like his ability, that's an on swing ability. So when you return a permanent, which is like usually a creature, this will trigger your Insidious Roots. So if you have like two Insidious Roots and you put like two counters on him while he's swinging and he has trample, so and you're also getting card advantage. So this like is super synergistic right there. And also there's just like a lot of cards that are milling, right? Like you have your normal Rebel Belt Mavericks, you have like a couple Fairy Dream Thieves. We are playing one Seed of Hope, which adds to like the different types of card types, because we have one instant here, one Urgent Necropsy, which is like another instant, which is actually a really good card in general. And we are playing like one Gorger, which is an artifact, and one Osseous Stick Twister. This is another new card. That's not too bad. When it deals the damage, if you do have the Delirium 4, it does have lifelink. So, you're kind of in business because you're gaining 2 as well. You're doing 2, you're gaining 2. They can also sacrifice permanent, but either way, it's kind of a good effect. But it also adds to that card type, right? We don't have too many. Yeah, we don't have another artifact. This card's really good. I want to go over this because, like, this gets you 2 cards back from your graveyard. And so you can get like your other permanents, like you can get your Insidious Roots while also getting a creature to the battlefield. So that's like really strong if you really need it. But like just like hitting like a Gorger or your Egra is really nice, or just hitting like your Steam Weaver, Swarmweaver, oh my goodness, is like not too bad. We can also return like Chupacabra, which acts as a removal spell. So between Chupacabra here, this awesome Drag to the Roots card, that usually you can cast for 2, destroy target 9-land permanent. Necropsy here. Between those cards, we have like 3 removal spells. So not too much like a huge amount of interaction, but just like we're trying to go really wide, and we can like ramp really fast. So we are running 4 copies so that we can start doing that, because you really need to start doing that like ASAP. Otherwise, you have to trade with your creatures usually to stay alive. Something I was kind of learning as I was playing the deck. This card we don't play in a video today, but like Sony's always been really good. I've always been a big fan of this, and it makes like more spiders, so it's like on theme. And you can sacrifice 4 tokens of any type to do the Surveil 2, gain 2 life. Like this is just like really good. Like drawing 2 cards and gaining a little bit of life is like powerful. Because you can also tap those tokens right before you sacrifice them to take advantage of them that turn. Coiling Rebirth, I don't know if I covered this, but like you can make copies of your guys, so you can get like 2 copies, right? So that's kind of the idea there. So you definitely, if you're surveilling, you definitely want to leave this on top, and you never really want to like push this one to the graveyard. But yeah, we are running Bristly Bill because this is like a plant as well. So heck yeah, dude. And Rutstein, because Rutstein can, you know, trigger your Insidious Roots. Makes your guys cost a little bit less. Maybe you can hard cast your Gorger later or your Zoni. Not too bad. It really fits in. And Tyvar, if you just have never seen this somehow, I mean, like, it's kind of been a deck for a while now, but like it makes sense if you haven't seen it. But this gives your ability for all of your guys to tap the moment they enter the battlefield, and this gives your creatures the ability to tap creature tokens. So as soon as you make more tokens with Insidious Roots, you can tap them, you can cast more cards, making more tokens, usually, depending on what you're doing. Boom, bam, boom. We're running 2 Fountain Ports because, yeah, we have a bunch of tokens. And just making a fish can act as a mana later on if you have your Insidious Roots. So that's really good, but just drawing cards, it's not too bad. So you definitely want to run like 2 of those. But yeah, the deck's really good. Like we did get some cool new, tools. So, I hope you check it out. We have like some really cute little games today. The second game was kind of funny. The opponent ended up quitting before I could really showcase that we were going to win. So I was a little sad about that, but I think it was still a good watch. So yeah, it's not a huge deviation from what you've probably seen before with this deck, but I think like cards like Brood Spinner are overlooked. Absolutely good. Swarmweaver, absolutely good. I promise you, it never feels bad to like cast this card. You know what I mean? Use those little guys as trunk blockers if you really need to, and later on just fly over. They stop Deep Cavern Bats. You know what I mean? Between your Dream Thief and these guys, you have like some 1/1 flyers to stop Deep Cavern Bats. Oh, I didn't actually cover Deathcap Marionette. So this guy actually just like hard mills you. It's only 2, but it's a Death Toucher. So like he trades, it goes to the graveyard, which is good. But it starts getting you closer to that Delirium. You kind of need those cards sprinkled in. We don't really have too many of them, so I don't know if this is like a perfected build by any means, but I think it's like something that you could enjoy. I didn't even name this deck. Wow, I'm lame. So yeah, I didn't sleep last night. I just felt like I was mad about my Arabella deck having audio problems. Also, my Azorius Enchantments deck, if you made it this far to the video, that was my previous video. It's actually really, really strong. It's sort of like an aggro, low to the ground deck, but I was doing it more like mid-range, and we have like so many good enchantments to use, and all of those like new Azorius 1 and 2 drops that synergize with enchantments entering the battlefield are serious, where they're just put together and you just bing bong bam. Especially Enduring Innocence. It's one of my favorite cards right now. It's absolutely busted. So yeah, anyway, hope you enjoy the deck. I'm approaching like 200 videos or something right now. I've been doing this a couple years, and sometimes I still make mistakes, but it feels good to just keep making decks and showing you guys like my journey as a Magic player. Standard's fun right now, other than mono red. Mono red players are interesting creatures because I don't know how I would fall asleep. I would fall asleep if I was playing that same deck over and over and over and over again. And I know they're probably not. It's just the fact that so many people are willing to do it. And I'm not. If you're one of those players, dude, I was playing Heartfire Hero for a good while when it came out too. And like Cacophony Scamp, sure, I was doing more of a Gruul thing, putting like Audacities on them. Also Monstrous Rages. I was playing like 4 Gold Vein Hydras so I could like really pop off. It was more mid-range. But I don't know why I just went on a tangent about mono red. Leyline of Resonance needs to get banned. Dude, mark my words. It's just, I have so many thoughts. I've been playing Magic like 5-6 years. I just think that card doesn't need to exist. It was already a really good deck. So why give them another tool that's just like, if they happen to get it in their hand, then they pretty much win the game, especially if they go first. Yeah, sometimes you'll have your cut downs. Sometimes you'll have your Into the Flood Moss will slow them down. But even if you do that, they're laying like 3-4 more creatures. And, it just takes one of those turns where they just like triple pump spell, boom. It's like 100 damage. They sacrifice their Cacophony Scamp, and you're dead. Or they just Callous Blood Mage it, or what have you. It just doesn't feel good. It's like really feel bad. It maybe isn't the most busted thing that's ever been in Standard. It feels like it, but it's probably not. But it's just so feel bad. I can't think of anything that feels so bad. Anyway. Yeah, so the deck's really cool. Hope you like it. Thank you so much for being here. You rock, and I'll see you in the next video too. Yeah. I like the hand. It's not great. We're gonna take it because we do have 2 surveil creatures. And we'll lead with the surveil land, so we should be able to fix our mana. Igra. All right, so we'll put the kitty into the bin. Kitty is pretty good, right? If you haven't really read it, the idea is that they have to basically sacrifice their food. Or sorry, they have to sacrifice a creature because we turn the creature into food, and it has ward, you know, pay a food. Sorry, I can't talk right now, so I'll figure that out. So actually, we like both of these. I think what we want to do is get the Fountain Port first. So initially, like usually, we want to pitch. Well, that's unfortunate. We want to pitch, you know, different card types because we have like a lot of synergy like this, right? This has Delirium, and we are gonna lay this, so it could be mana efficient, and then we can, well, hopefully we can walk right into removal. Actually, sorry. Gosh, okay, so I've already goofed. Can't really double spell. I thought I could double spell there. But, you know, I don't think it made any difference. Yeah, I don't think it made any difference. But we do have a creature that can swing now, so actually I think we did the right thing. But yeah, like, gradually becoming huge, especially if you have 6 card types, which isn't impossible in this deck. Because you have planeswalkers, artifacts, creatures. We do have instants and sorceries. Here's one of our instants. Might be... No, yeah, we have 2 different instants. If I'm remembering correctly. So let's see if we happen to hit something that is better. Do we want that? Yeah, there's got to be something that we... No, we're going to pitch that. They haven't laid a creature yet. I have a feeling this is like a weird ramp nonsense deck. So let's put the artifact into the bin. Don't necessarily need Bill. This is our only copy of Bill. No, we get rid of Bill too. So unfortunately, we're just hitting like, you know, a bunch of creatures. Thankfully, we hit that artifact, which is actually mostly the reason why we're running it in case we do hit it. It's decent. It has a decent effect though, right? When it is on the field. If you haven't read this before, it's gonna deal damage equal to, you know, people that don't sacrifice stuff. So it's going to do 2 damage, and since it has lifelink, you'll gain 2 as well. So this is a nice little draw here. This is, yeah, that's the other instant. So I think we will do this because, darn, we didn't hit a creature with that though. So it doesn't trigger roots. Man, we're getting unlucky with that. But we did enable our Delirium. I just realized that. Yeah, because we put a sorcery in there. So we're kind of in business now. We're probably going to make a fish. So yeah, when it attacks, right? Yep. All right. Boom and bam. Okay. This is an instant as well. Oh yeah, that's, of course, an instant. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. We'll use this to keep our guy alive, because then that makes our swing pretty dang worth it. Now, they might have some board wipes and stuff, but now that our guy's alive, like, it can continuously get bigger. Atali. Wow. Ooh, that's cute. So they get their frog back. Okay. We didn't necessarily have to, you know, store non-target, or sorry, target non-land permanent. I can't talk. You know, it's really powerful, so it kind of sucks that we did waste it on a little frog that they immediately brought back. But so are they gonna lay like Vault Born Tyrant next turn? Is that what's gonna happen? You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. So what we're gonna do is probably this for surely. We're gonna probably get Igra, because unfortunately Cabra's far off, especially if we take the creature out of our graveyard, it'll be even smaller. But we're gonna return that, and then the permanent we get is gonna be Cabra. Need to have Cobra, I think, here. Boom. So there we go. Value City, USA. And now we should start growing. Should we grow Igra? Dude, I think we should. Yeah, dude. Boom. Plants are getting bigger. This guy's going to do his worky McLurky. So, let's put the counter here. Do we have 6 card types? No, it's 4. Duders. Let's put it on Igra. Yeah. We just need guys bigger than Atali, apparently. They could target Igra and just kind of... That sucks, but... Okay. So, yeah, let's not take poison counters. Am I right? So we do this. That's actually a really good block. I don't think... Do I need to throw anything else in front for some reason? My brain's like not working optimally here, but I don't think I do. Because I don't want to lose like 3 plants and like throw these, you know, for no reason. So I don't know why I had to think about that so much. What? Wait. What just happened? It has indestructible? Dude, I looked right at that card and didn't even realize. Wow, it has indestructible? Okay, sorry guys, I'm an idiot. But never fear. Ya boy is here. Our plants are big. You know what I'm saying? So if we cast this, so check this out. So 1 artifact. Let's do this. And then we submit 0. There's no planeswalker. So we need to remove creatures from our graveyard. So let's go with Bill. And then we don't really care. We have 1 other sorcery in here. So sure. There she blows. Okay. Alright. Big swing. Does this have trample? No. So I think we... Yeah, because that's... I mean, we obviously do this. Like this. Do we win here? Am I tripping? We just won, right? Yeah. Alright. So... my brain... But yeah, dude, like, I was like, wait, like, we definitely have damage, right? Like, for sure, for sure. I feel stupid about the Atali thing. I forgot it gets indestructible. Just, like, okay. Like, sure. Like, I mean, it is 10 mana to do that, but cool stuff. Yeah, because, like, when you know, collect the evidence, right? They're going to leave the graveyard, trigger our guys, make them bigger. This guy was doing work, so that was cool to see. The Cabra could remove something if it wasn't a weird Atali deck. Great stuff. All right, so let's show off more of the plant, like the Bristlebud Farmer, and maybe some of the other cards you haven't seen yet. So hopefully you stick around for 1 more. Okay, so this should be the 2nd game. Been kind of testing all morning, having a lot of fun. I've learned a lot. You know, I don't know if it's 100 P. We actually do want that 2nd black for the Gorge. There's definitely some maybe slight tweaks I would make. This is like the version where I'm not running like 4 Flesh Gorgers and like a ton of reanimation spells. You know, I don't know if you have to go like Insidious Roots. Like, honestly, I think you could play these plants without it necessarily, but I think that synergy is really cool, really neat. And honestly, when it does work, we just haven't been getting our Insidious Roots. These last few games I've been playing. So that's unfortunate. And what is up with... Is this like 3 decks in a row where they turn 2 Deep Cavern Bat? I think it is. I think it is 3 games in a row for me with a turn 2 Deep Cavern Bat. And that is very annoying. That is too much bat for 1 man. Okay. Boom. So this is nice because we get the flyers. So we're absolutely slapping this down right now. Let's go. When this swings, so we don't have the 4 card types. So unfortunately, this card can be I swear this card's really good though. This card's really, really good. It just, you know, it has that 4 toughness, which allows you to swing even if you're not like killing the creature or getting in for that much damage in general, but like just being able to survive like usually and growing your guys is crazy. But yeah, they still have flying. They don't like lose flying when that guy dies, so pretty dang good card. Like this scarecrow is nice. Plus it's an artifact too, so it adds to that like count. And check it out, ladies and gents. We can bring it back. A boom. We did take out, you know, our artifact from the graveyard, but we added a sorcery. So, and sorceries are, you know, sorceries and instants are the harder ones to get. You usually want to use those and cast those. Kind of sucks when they go to bin, especially because we're not playing too many copies. So there's definitely a balancing act with like all graveyard decks and card type decks. So I think like with fine tuning, this deck can be like super powerful, but I really need it. Like I have to think hard about the number of copies and what is the most viable strategy. So let's just lay our cards and not be dumb McDum-dums. So yeah, we just lay this, but this is gonna start milling stuff to our graveyard, and we have foods meanwhile, which is like awesome. So we don't need to swing this turn, and we're just gonna lay this as well. Keep our foods. Okay, Rutstein is really nice right here. Rutstein is really, really nice, but we don't have anything in the graveyard quite yet. But something could die. Probably something will. Huh. Nah. Pitching it. Rutstein's good, though. Rutstein is good. Just need that graveyard in the bin. So we got 3 types because we got the land, the sorcery, and the creature. So honestly, yeah, because we do want to swing with that guy. Even if he dies to this Benavides, it's like, whatever, bruh. No, I'm just kidding. You don't want to do it like super stupidly, but hopefully we swing with the bats. Hopefully we get like the Cabra or the Drag to the Roots or whatever the hell. Or Urgent Necropsy. I'm sure that's not how you say it. I don't even know what I just said. That's how tired I am right now. I didn't sleep last night, so that's why my voice sounds like I got shot. Oh, I got shot in the wiener. So Insidious Roots is so perfect. Okay, so finally we got it, dude. We actually got it. So yeah, maybe you need to run 4 copies of this for sure. But that's cool. Unfortunately, we can't use our Bristlebud to, you know, take advantage of that right now. But we did get this. Did get that, ladies and gents. What do you know? So we're going to put this onto one of these guys here. Boom. So we got the land. That's actually cool. We can make a fish. So let's make the fisher. Yeah, no point of swinging. Well, actually, nothing has lifelink, right? Well, that does. Yeah. Absolutely. Of course. And actually, we can do better than that. We can draw a card. Which we actually should do, like, right now. Well... Nah, let's wait. Let's be as, like... what's it called? Stingy with our permanents that we can, because we're gonna do that when they swing. Right? It's absolutely the move. Sure. Sure. Ugh, sometimes these lifelink decks and bad decks just the triggers, and I'm just clicking. I'm too lazy to press shift or enter or whatever the hell it is. Okay, boom and bam. Right. It's kind of interesting they're giving us our Gorger. Now they have to be up to something. Aha! It's actually hilarious they're doing that. Like, bro. What do you know, brother? Shaboomy. Shabammy bing bongs. Yeah, because, dude, so the fact that we laid the Insidious Roots, these guys can tap for mana, right? So that's what's, like, so good. Is, right, you get, like, you know, and you can, like, return this guy over and over again if you play more copies, like my first deck I was. And then, like, all of a sudden you start having hella plants and hella insects. And it's like, we're in business. Commismus. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Ooh, so they're gonna kill. What are they gonna kill? Not nice, brother. That is not nice. Wait, what? Oh, because okay, so they can. Okay. I guess that's fine though, right? Are we like actually worried about that? I don't think I'm actually worried about that. And I think I'll sacrifice food, tap in one of these guys, right? It's pretty cool. We can do that. Okay. Tyvar is kind of juicy here. Tyvar is actually kind of a crazy top deck right now. We're getting some good top of deckies. So yeah, this is the power. So Tyvar, if you haven't like seen this ever, okay, so good. Dang, the Squirming would have been nice. Brood Spinners also saucy. That's what we want to hit. Ooh, ooh, my goodness. Let's keep that there. Beautiful. So now this guy says you can activate the abilities of creatures you control as though they had haste. So this thing that we just made, this plant, right, we can already tap. So that's what's like so juicy McLucy. And this guy's ability can be used already. That's so awesome. So we can actually do this as well. So I think we probably do this on the one that we're not going to tap. We chill. And we don't swing because of that stupid Benavides. But we're going to make like 4 flying McDyers. And hopefully they don't really see it coming. Because we can kill all their bats. Dude, the Essence Channeler is like, brother, McDother. Is this going to be one of those games where it actually gets up to 20? No, it won't. It won't. Trust me. I promise. I promise. I absolutely promise. What do you know? The Grinch that stole Primus. That's so stupid. I don't know why I just said that. Boom! Planty and Insecto working together, baby. I'm trolling. Do we like quadruple block that Benavides? No, I don't think so. Do we though? No, that'd be like dumb, right? Throwing all our guys for one guy. Oh, I wish there was just like an auto, like, go to my turn please button. Okay, so good, get out of my way there, stupid notification. So yeah, I mean, well, nah. Let's do the do it like that. This in front of homie, and then we are good. Yeah, let's do it like that. Because we might need to stall for some time. I guess we can sack the food here. Let's be mana efficient. Okay. So we got that Brood Spinner, baby. So this is actually a really cool thing that we can do here. Ooh, both of these have abilities from the graveyard. So now we're actually going to start popping off, which is going to be kind of amazing. So this is going to get big. Okay, so let's put it on that, because this is a plant, so that's going to get that. Let's actually draw a card here. I should have done that first, just in case we need that mana. But boom. Okay, so we can do this. We'll do this. Sure, let's make one of these a little bit bigger. Okay. Big plant action. So, we do want to sacrifice one of our flyers probably to draw a card here. So this is what we do. We tap it. We then untap it. We then tap it. We then sacrifice the... Sorry, there's a fly. Sacrifice this guy that we just tapped twice. So that's pretty cool. Like, untap. Like, it works with itself. Oh, and the Insidious Rootsers. So, do we slap this right now? Oh my god, this fly is just... Like, what are you doing, fly? So we can... Yeah, it doesn't actually leave our graveyard or anything. But we're like set up in business McLismus. So we swingle Pringle here while we have the ability to. So it's almost only 4, it's not 6. But let's do it. We do it like that. Yes. Maybe one of these. Let's do it like this. I suppose. Yeah. Let's do it like that. So we can survive the Essence Channeler. So they can eat that. Okay. So we actually have good blockers. This Essence Channeler is the thing I'm most scared of right now. Amelia, we can hopefully just hopefully doesn't get to 20. Which I can't believe that that's a thing. That it actually does get there. It's so random. We could really pop off next turn with 2 Insidious Roots, though. Trust me. So what can it... So there's no life gain triggers. Right? I mean, for 1 mana, what can it do for life gain triggers? So we absolutely... Ah, dude, he's not gonna play it out? Brother! I think we were in a good position, though. Like, right? We could have done this last turn if I didn't swing with one more of the... You know, if I didn't swing with this plant, then we would have had 6 mana to just make 4 more, which would have been fine, but it wasn't, like, absolutely necessary. Plus, the 2/3 body is really good blocking against that. The only thing we're really scared of is Amelia getting to 20. They only had 5 mana, so they couldn't really get to the Virtue. It's kind of funny they're playing the Virtue. So I guess, yeah, I guess we had them. Yeah, so I guess that'll work, because the reason that, you know, I wanted to say thank you if you made it to the end of the video. I'm going to have another deck tech coming out soon. And I think a thing that I do is I get stuck, like, trying to, like, play games until I get, like, really good, perfect games. And then on the flip side of that, sometimes I get, like, I'm just, like, going. These felt really good. They felt like good showcases of the deck. And, like, that Amelia deck tech I'm so mad about, because it was, like, my first one of the Duskmourn standard, and the volume was, like, cranked all the way up because I reset my PC. And I forgot that Magic Arena is, like, the loudest application ever. It was, like, at 30% volume, but it was, like, drowning out my own voice. And I, like, really, you know, it was, like, a 40-minute video, and I'm, like, really trying to give, like, insight because I was excited it was my first one. So I'm going to try to get this deck out. I think it was a good showcase. You know, better than usual as far as recording goes, where I didn't have to play, like, hella long. Because, dude, the mono red decks right now, dude, like, sorry, I'm going to go on a little rant at the end if you made it this far, but, like, dude, mono red, like, what? I've been playing Magic for, like, 6 years. Okay, maybe, like, 5 years on Arena anyway. And, like, a little longer than that, like, outside. Because I discovered it, like, later on in life. I wasn't playing when I was, like, younger. And this is the most ridiculous. I mean, people are like, well, Leyline of Resonance isn't that big of a deal. Like, you just remove the... It's like, what? Like, first of all, sometimes you don't go first. So it's just Heartfire Hero, Leyline Resonance right away. And sure, I guess I can cut down it. But then they just lay 2 other 1-drops next turn. And then, you know, sometimes you have to lay, like, a tap land, and you sometimes don't even have the removal. So then it's just, like, turn 3, they're, like, Cacophony Scamping, and Monetary Swift Smearing, they're doubling 2 pump spells, or whatever. They're hitting you for 10 damage to the dome, then they're sacrificing the scamp, and then hitting you for 10 more, and you just die. And it's like, or they plot the slick shot, and they like set up for this big wombo shklombo on turn like 4, which is like just like so much damage, a lot of it being trample. And sure, it's like, yeah, you can have the removal spells, but you're asking me to have like 3 removal spells with untapped mana, and sometimes like the removal spells you use aren't like, unless you're using destroy target creature, like maybe you're using like I don't know, say like Leyline of Virtue of Persistence, right? -3, -3. And then they pump their guy bigger, and then you waste your removal spell. It depends on what deck you're playing. Like most decks are just playing like cut down. Blues playing like Into the Flood Maw, you'd probably need to even get involved there. Or you can like do the new Unable to Scream card, like in my Azorius Enchantments deck. It's like, dude, mono red is like out of control. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's like, sure, yes, there's ways to counter it, but you shouldn't be asking me to like tailor make my deck to specifically handle the first like 2 turns of the game, and like dealing with like 15 plus damage sometimes. Like, it's ridiculous. I've already made like a couple. I just don't understand. Leyline of Resonance is ridiculous. It needs to get banned. Like, that's not necessarily the best card in the deck, but they're not going to ban Heartfire Hero. They're not going to ban Cacophony Scamp. I don't think so. Like, they're just not. Slick Shot should have been a +1 effect. I don't know why it's freaking +2. Plus, you're already buffing it, and it's flyer. It's a flyer for like, and you can plot it for, what is it, 1 mana? Like, it's just, these cards are just like, the power creep is real, dude. Like, I just haven't seen anything quite like it since I've been playing. Yeah, I'm sure there has been better standard decks. In fact, I know there has. Or like, aggro builds in the past, probably before I was even playing. Maybe a couple while I was playing. Um, you compare it to the Atraxa deck, and it's like, that's also pretty annoying. It's like, okay, like, you turn 2 mill your stuff, you turn 3 bring it back with like Squirming Emergence. 1 and 2 you're like milling. It usually happens like turn 4 realistically. But then it's just like drawing 5 cards, and they have an Atraxa, and it's like, okay. And it's just like so predictable, but they get so much value on the Enter the Battlefield trigger. So it's like, even if you remove it, they just have so many options, and often those decks are playing like board wipes. So it's just like kind of oppressive. I don't know. Power creep's real. That's my rant at the end of the video. If you made it all the way here, let me know if you listened to the rant in the comments. That would make me happy to see that anyone even made it this far. So, love you guys. I'll fix the audio, be more consistent with that, and keep an eye out for more deck techs. And I hope you enjoyed this deck. It's really, really fun. I think there's a lot of different directions you can go with it. So yeah, peace.